We're here at Road Atlanta for the BRL Series. 2 more races before we crown ourselves a champion. This is one of the races. It is our Final Four battle to try and win a championship. I am your host, Sam Cook, and we welcome you guys to Twitch Monster 27's coverage of the Dr. Perky 100 here at the Road Atlanta Road Course Club circuit. Now, if you were in attendance last week, you'll know that it was an epic race. Rocket subbing in for Coleman crosses victory lane and gives Coleman a decisive edge over the points. Rocket is going to start on pole in this race as well. In the number 93, he's back in his car. Beloved's going to start second. Back in black, wrecked out. He is one of our Final Four finalists, and he is in trouble, big trouble. He needs a lot of help coming through this road course to be able to have anything to win, to gain on Coleman and the leaders. He is the furthest down and the earliest starting spot. Wes is going to start up front. He's going to start near the front in 4th place. Wes in the points in 2nd place and looking to try and gain ground on Coleman. He's going to need some help, though. He's going to need to have a great race this race. He's going to need to go and have this guy, Coleman, this guy right here, wreck DNF and help give a break to Wes to be able to try and, I was looking for the word, to be able to try to catch up. This is going to be a very interesting race. It's a lot like Lime Rock in the sense of its format, and coming down off that hill in that final corner, you can call it Calamity Corner, because if you don't hit that corner right, you're going to tear up a lot of cars. We got some visitors here, a few drivers returning. How about the return of Zero Fan in the 47? How about the return of Bill back there in the back? We are approaching the start-finish line. It's been mayhem. Quite a few occurrences here the past couple weeks. Will we have more of the same? We're about to find out. Championship racing for BRL. We are green flag in the opening laps of this race. And into turn 1, diving it deep. Coleman gonna wind up about 4th place as he's back there behind both the 9 as well as the 54, which is really all he has his sights set on, and he knows all he has to do is just kind of finish this race. No need to tear up the car trying to win it. On the other hand, the guys in front of him know it's go time. They got to get something done. Rocket, your current points race leader. Side by side as they enter the bus stop here. He's battling with the 9, and look at there, the 5. One of our new drivers in the series, making his first start, helping us out. Down the hill, Calamity Corner, keep an eye on that. They all make it through. So far, so good. Lap 1 complete. Trouble on your screen. Rocket, Coleman, bang doors. Rocket in the grass. He's also going to lose the lead. We got another car off course as well in 7th place, and that is the 5 of Bay Area. And he drives it off course. We stay green. But now we have a new leader, and that is Wes in the 54. So this is huge for the points, in the sense that now West can get out front. West last week DNF. You can catch all of the action of last week's race the Frosting's Cake Shop 140 there at Maple Valley. You can catch that action on our YouTube channel, Stream Monster 27. An awesome race. Check that out. It was fun from beginning to end, even with the action that caused the accidents. But Wes was one of those accidents, unfortunate accidents, and he's looking to try to erase that deficit by running here. Ooh, a little sideways coming off that corner. Got to be careful. But in the meantime, he's also trying to hope he can lose Coleman, who's sitting second place and has been a big surprise. A couple rounds ago, at least I personally didn't think we'd see the 3 here. You know, my vote was on Skitty Brave, who was not present in today's race. And here we are, Coleman in the 3. Looking to try to wrap up an excellent run in the back half of this season and win a championship. So Wes has got work cut out for him, and he's got to hope Coleman makes a mistake that takes him out and bunches those points back together. Right now, Coleman with about a 40-point lead, roughly, on the rest of the field. So big points day. And in his early stages, how about the return of Zero? Now, of course, Zero running for fun right now at this point, but could definitely be a player in this event because of his speed. You see he's catching Coleman in a hurry, so no stranger to having speed here in races and mixing it up with the leaders. Could be a player down the stretch. Let's see how all this turns out. She's getting ready to try to make a pass on the 3. Into the bus stop, hard braking zone. Nice clean bus stop here, no contact. Coming uphill, now this is the tricky part right here. This could get the 3 in trouble if he puts him out of shape coming down that hill. He does not, actually drives it off just a bit. They survive, they continue on. How about Rocket? Back to 4th place. We know he's got a fast hot rod, and he will slowly work his way back up into the top 3. He's been a consistent feature there. He said before the race, hey, it's not a league I'm really taking all that serious, trying to win every race. And so it's just letting the race come to him. If he wins, he wins. If he doesn't, he is okay with the results as long as he finishes. And he was an intricate part of Coleman getting the points lead that he got, being a sub for him. So good job for Rocket. As Zero takes the spot away from Coleman, he's going to move up 1, and he's going to be hunting for 1st place. Then on board Back in Black. Back in Black is back down to 5th place on the grid, and Black is going to have to take care of that race car. If nothing else, he cannot DNF. It's going to be a tall order. It's a difficult racetrack, and you know, right now tires fresh. Everyone's kind of fresh in this car, so we'll see. We got a car slow. That was Coleman, kind of slow there. And we'll see as time goes on whether these guys, as fatigue sets in, will have trouble and have wrecks. We'll see. In the meantime, Black's got to take care of that car. Let's go to 6th place, Bay Area. One of our rookies. First start in the series. Just racing for fun. Racing with some friends. We're happy to have them. And the back end of the season of BRL, we're more than happy to have drivers, as we just lost someone. You can always tell when we lose someone that extended dark screen. Let's see what happened. Do we have a DNF? I see a car stopped ahead. Who's that? That's Bill. I don't see anyone stop. Bill down in pit road. There must have been a wreck of some sort. We got a driver down pit road, possibly repairing damage. We had a driver off sideways. Zero, our new leader, coming back with some speed. I don't see where we lost anyone, so maybe we just had a glitch there for a minute. Oh, as Zero kisses the tire barrier, you gotta be careful. We got a car stop. Who is that? That's Wilder in the 7. Wilder having I'm trying to keep up with everything that's going on. Wilder slow on the track now. He's back and in front of the leaders here. No damage though. Keep racing. I'm trying to keep up with everything, so I'm sorry. Bear with me, y'all. So I'm trying to keep up with everything. I'm trying to go through the field. Let's see. Bill in the 09 out of pit road, so first one to pit there and repair damage. He's gonna continue on with his run. Bay Area, he's continuing on. Let's see, Beloved, there's Beloved in 7th. And we'll be, oh my goodness, no. And I think now I think we just lost somebody. I think that's gonna be a caution. Who was that we just lost? I believe that was Wes. That was Wes in the 9 or in the 54. He DNF. Caution flag's gonna fly. Our first of the night, and that right there is tragic for Wes and for his opportunities. I wonder what happened. I believe it was a situation where that tire barrier came out there and caught him. But that's gonna put us under our first caution of the day. And we just lost someone else, I believe, too. Bill, we just lost Bill as well. So Wes and Bill, maybe a 2-for-1 kind of situation that just took these guys out. And man, what an unfortunate situation for Wes, who really needed to have a good day to stay anywhere relevant in the points. And this pretty much, with the absence of the 46 of Skitty, this pretty much seals the deal for Coleman. If he can survive, then Coleman is going to be set and ready to go next week when we go to Yash Marina. So a big situation. We'll crown a champ next week. It could very well be Coleman with the DNF. Puts us under our first caution. Beloved, first car 1 lap down. He's going to be the lucky dog, going to get his lap back. And so while we do that, let's go through the running order. Zero, been the surprise so far of the field. He's in first place. Rocket sitting in second. Fast car, we've got to keep an eye on him. Coleman, one of our only chasers left in the series right now. Coming down off the hill. He's going to be 3rd place. Back in black. Right up there where he needs to be. He needs to make sure he maintains that position all the way through. He sits 4th. 5th place, Bay Area. Bay Area trying to catch up here. 6th place is going to be Beloved. And 7th place is going to be Wilder. Into pit road they go. We'll be right back for restarts. We welcome you back as we prepare for our first restart of the night. Comes on lap 14. They're going to take the green flag. We're back underway here at Road Atlanta. And Zero, the early commanding lead as they enter turn 1 and up through the field, up the hill and into the S's. Coming back down the hill. Now this is the club circuit, so instead of making that left, they're going to make a hard right and continue on to the roundabout here. Sweeping, almost carousel-like corner up the hill and then down into the bus stop. Really simple track, but a track that can get you in some big trouble. Zero navigating it well, and he's got Rocket chasing him. And this is the most tricky part, as we got a driver off course here, way off course. I believe going to pit road here. No. Oh, he's not. He spun it off course, but he is getting it together. That's Wilder, who's working hard to try to make sure that he finishes the race. Rocket gonna regain the lead from Zero, so I wonder how that happened. That's going to be a battle. I have a feeling it's going to be all race long, this battle right here. So we'll keep an eye on this battle for first place, but what we really want to see is this battle here between Black and Coleman right now. Big battle. This is what's for all the marbles. This is what's most important. These guys in the line right now. Black trying to catch Coleman. He's got a lot of pressure on him. And one thing we know about Black, does not perform all that well under pressure. You have to figure out some kind of way to get it done here if he wants the championship headed into next week. Gonna have to have help. Coleman catching Rocket. Zero back up to first place. Zero looking very nice, almost like he prepared for this race. He looks very much improved. He's calm. Now, of course, it makes a difference when you're not hunting a championship, doesn't it? It just begs the question, or beckons the question, I should say, if he was in the championship run, in the championship 4, how would he be performing right now? We know Zero was looking good at one point to advancing. Had some unfortunate situations happen. We went MIA for a while. He's back just to have fun and looking pretty good. Pretty sure being the race leader, you're gonna have fun. No questions about it. Let's go back in the pack and let's get on board with our rookie. And that badge and seal number 5. Ladies, you'll appreciate this sponsor. Into the bus stop. Not cutting it. Look at the momentum he's able to get off the corner. Sometimes cutting corners doesn't exactly give you the momentum and that boost you're looking for. Certainly is the 9 very loose there. Certainly in that situation it didn't for Black, and the Black's gonna surge right back. What a recovery for Black. He needs this battle. Look how he cuts this corner. Look at how he's off center, out of kilter, out of straights here. That's gonna allow the 5 to get back in this right here. He's not able to shake him. So, you know, you really got to pick your corners, the ones you can cut, how you cut those corners. Corner cutting is allowed in BRL on some tracks. This is a track that it is allowed. So these guys are doing legal moves, but just because it's legal to do it doesn't necessarily mean it's the best thing to do. And you see evidence of that there. We got a driver in pit road. That's beloved. No doubt getting fresh tires because of having to go get his lap back. So go back up here for the lead. AC Zero Rocket. Zero reminding the league of just how fast he is. And that NOS Energy, been a proud sponsor of Zero Fan for quite some time, ever since he's been in BRL for sure, and another good looking paint scheme for the 47. One more Coleman. Oh my God. And I think we got a driver that done hit that tire barrier. I think that was the 5. Oh yeah, he hit it. He hit that tire barrier for sure. He's got damage. Fortunate it wasn't like off a restart or anything like that. That could have been bad, but he's trying to take that thing to pit road. Definitely could wreck it if he tries to continue on. And of course that takes pressure off of Black. Now he can focus on what's in front of him and not also what's behind it. Saw how Black and many others all for the throttle. That's what that flame is coming out the side of the car. That means they're all for the throttle, and that's how they're getting through and getting by. You know, all these guys pass lap traffic. That's how they're getting off and through that corner, because if not, you don't want to carry too much momentum coming down off that hill. It'll definitely take you out. So that's why these drivers are decelerating to try to ensure that they can get through that corner correctly. Oh, Zero off. There's Rocket gonna race him up the hill. Zero in way in the dirt. Side by side they go. Down the hill, very exciting racing. Zero reclaims the lead from Rocket. Rocket. Zero did a good job of putting that bumper in the way and not letting Rocket get position. But now he's gonna have to worry about fighting them off yet again around the racetrack. So Zero showing some big speed here, holding off Rocket, who we know just last week and the week before that has been one of the fastest cars on the track, nearly unstoppable. So what a run here we've seen to this point. We got another car out. I believe that is Bay Area, who just DNF'd out of this race. That's going to throw the caution. Should be the second caution of the day for Bay Area. We'll see if the officials throw that caution for his DNF, or whether that was indeed a lag out. We'll see. See no evidence of a caution. It should be one for Bay Area on the racetrack. I don't see one, so I think we'll continue green flag for now. As, oh, beloved, lap traffic. How do you get around them? You kind of move them out of the way. So tough at this track. Not a whole lot of passing room, but they were able to wiggle their way around beloved there. All right, 6 cars remain on the track. Still no word on that caution. So let's take you through the field. 0, Rocket, first, second. Black, third. He's got room on Coleman, who dropped down to 5th. So Black in a position he needs to be in. Coleman in 4th. 5th place is going to be Beloved. 6th place to 14. Coleman again. Object of the race, take care of the car. Does he care that Rocket and 0 are battling up front? No. Does he care that, Black is ahead of him? No. Does he care that, he's not getting most laps led or anything like that? No. All he cares about is ensuring that he finishes the race. That's what he cares most about. That's what he's worried about. And that's what he's trying to accomplish today. Leaders coming back up on lap traffic. Oh, and 0 way off. And Rocket gonna take the lead. They try to get around lap traffic. That's the 14. And we'll see. That's a bad spot to try and pass. Oh, and Wilder's turn. He's turned right there in front of the leaders. He's got to be so careful here. Does he have damage? Yes, he does. Right there in front of the leaders as he tries to get around, and this could throw a caution for endangerment of the field as the leaders do get by him, but he was turned right there in front of them. Definite calls or grounds for a caution for endangerment. We'll see if that caution is called, but at the very least, he's got damage. He's going to take that thing to pit road, and it's so tough. I don't think 0 intentionally meant to turn him, but in that battle for the race lead, already frustrated that he's got to try to get around Wilder to begin with, and now you've got a situation where he's holding up your chances to stay with Rocket. I think it was just a situation where he turned him. I don't think it was any maliciousness. But hey, when leaders are coming up on you, you're a lap car, and you got nothing for them, and you're trying to get out of the way, that could be the tough results for you in that situation. Wilder's going to go off the pit road. We stay green. Rocket 0 putting on a show for us right now. Rocket, something about that bus stop in that last half of the racetrack. 0's definitely got a leg up on him. Front half of the racetrack, however, Rocket seems to be just a little bit faster. So a tale of two halves, if you will, of the race and portions of the track. Front half, Rocket can stay with him pretty well. Back half of the racetrack, coming into that bus stop, seems to be where 0 gets that gap extended. Down the hill, through the grass, hard into the braking zone. Rocket gonna catch up there. Side by side they go. Let's see if they stay side by side headed into this bus stop, or whether they solve it. Gonna play a game of chicken. Who's gonna break first? It's gonna be side by side, entering door to door, and drive off for the 47. So 0 gonna maintain the lead here while they're battling Coleman. Black close together. Black in 3rd place. Coleman in 4th. Back in black and at McDonald's. Number 9 Chevrolet has been up and down all season. And just when we thought he was gonna, take that next step and that leap into the Final Four, he had back-to-back DNFs with a DNF at Homestead and then a DNF last week at Maple Valley, which has put him way behind the 8 ball. Does he have a shot to win the championship? Sure. But it is a definite shot in the dark. It's nothing that is going to be real easy for him to be able to accomplish. So we'll see how Black handles the pressure here. Right now, he's in desperate need of a caution to be able to help him out, bunch the field, get him some fresh tires. Right now, he's just kind of riding, hoping for that, while trying to keep off Coleman in the 3, who is hunting him down. Again, Coleman, I just need to finish. And right now, we're looking good. 4th place. That's a good finishing day for someone 40 points ahead in the points lead. Well, you don't want to miss next week's race. It will be the finale. We will crown a champ. We got a driver stopped right there in the field. That's going to bring out the caution for sure. That was Beloved. I'm pretty sure that's, oh yeah, he hit that wall. I know I saw him stop. I'm pretty sure at some point the caution flag is going to fly. It has to fly for endangerment of the field by rule. And I'm pretty sure with the leaders there, caution at some point is going to fly. We'll see. But what a dangerous situation that was. And he's got more leaders coming up on him. He's got to stay out of the way. Right now, doing a good job keeping it green. It could have been tragic for these guys here. And that's just the danger of this race. And like I said, before at the outset of this race, coming off that hill is a danger point, and it could change the culture of this race for sure. And there it almost struck with Beloved hitting that tire barrier. Well, let's crank it up for you right here on BRL. Dr. Perky, your favorite Dr. Pepper knockoff. Sponsoring this race. board back in black, who has just assumed the race lead as your leaders went to pit road. So curious the leaders went to pit road. Let's take a look at why, and that's why right there, fuel strategy for sure. As black, only a couple more laps of fuel left in that tank. Of course, tires got some wear on them. How long will black be able to hold that lead? Coleman, especially with Coleman breathing down his tailpipe, you want to look better, a little bit better with fuel. Black was trying to lead a lap. Coleman, however, we'll say thank you very much. I will lead this lap. Coming off the hill, he's going to take that lap lead. He's going to go on about his business. Time to take a look at our telemetry player focus map here. Black still there, but 10.1 and counting above the leaders who just pitted. So that's great. Now, here's what Coleman, Black, here's what they want right now. They want a caution. It is gonna bunch the field back up, but they won't lose any time. They can go to pit road, and they can get what they need out of pit road there as far as tires and fuel and be ready. That's definitely what they need at this point, because if they pit, they're gonna lose. As they are losing time right now, they're definitely gonna lose time on pit road, and that gap is just gonna flip really. But if they can get a caution, then it's definitely gonna help them out. All right, 38 of 65, well over halfway. It is 65 laps in this event. I don't think that was said in the outset, so I do apologize. As Coleman drives it off. That's a whoopsie. And here comes Black to try and take advantage. Side by side, headed to the bus stop. Black on that outside, or right-hand side, I should say. He's going to assume the lead. Can he hang on to it? He needs that lap lead. Yes, sir, he does. And both drivers have led a lap to this point. Let's go back in the field here. Fourth place, 0. And it looked like he had drove it off there for a little bit. Let's see. Nope. He's looking good. But he had to get around that lap traffic. Look at the distance between him and Rocket, 5.9 seconds. So must have been a holdup there between those two, trying to get around that lap traffic. Coleman staying with Black. These two have been around each other all night. Coleman with the most to lose right now, and he's got to be very, very careful. Down off the hill, they're side by side. This is dangerous. This is dangerous. Black, though, that driving desperately. You think, well, what a scary move, risky move. Yes, Black needs to do these things. He's doing everything he needs to do right now. I mean, he has no choice. He's got to do these things. For Coleman, though, your heart is pounding, because one mistake could lead you to the garage and could put your championship back in jeopardy. So definitely don't want to end up like Wes. Just gonna let Black go for a little bit. And in the meantime, you gotta think, while you're doing all this battling, here comes Rocket. So at what point is your fuel strategy not gonna be worth it? Driver in pit road. That's 0. Must have got some damage there. So 0 in need of a caution now. Rockets got that lead down to 4.7 and counting. Oh, Black. Scares me every time he comes off that heel. It just seems like he's out of control doing it. Into the braking zone, these two battling really hard. Black looking really good right now and leading laps. But we all both know, I should say, that, you know, it's going to be short-lived with the fuel strategy. So we'll see. I mean, he's trying to stretch it. And one thing, again, he's hoping for is a caution. He really wants a caution to come out and give him an opportunity to pit with no consequences, or minimal consequences. But it doesn't look like that's going to happen. Got a car in the grass. Who is that? It's out of the grass now. Who is that? Oh, that's Wilder. No, Beloved. Well, let's see what happens on this lap. They got to be getting close on fuel. Oh, Black. Oh, Black. Wall hard. He hits the tire barrier. And now here come the leaders. Now, no damage, but he's got to get that thing to pit road. Does it this lap. And, man, see, this is where he can come back to haunt you. Tires noticeably worn, and now Rocket is past you. And no caution, so that's tough. That's real tough. Black was trying to stretch it out and got in that braking zone. Couldn't get the car stopped in time. And nearly DNF'd the car. And so now his run in the lead is over. In the meantime, Coleman up top. Coleman in the lead. Now he is 3.5 ahead of Rocket, 6.3 ahead of Black, and that's going to change because Black's obviously got to go to pit road and throw tires on that car and fill it up. So at some point he's going to have to do that. Oh, driver off again. That's Beloved. Way off the track here. He's good. This area pretty forgiving as far as driving off the track. But not the area right here. Coleman knowing all too well. 14 into the wall. No damage, but that's gotta be scary as Black enters pit road now. So he is going to hit up pit road finally. The caution never came, at least not yet, but obviously still a chance as we wind this thing down. Still a chance for a caution. So, you know, what classifies as a caution? So for you new guys that are watching this broadcast and watching this league, A caution is classified as 3 cars in the same accident as Coleman now to pit road. He's going to surrender the lead to Rocket. So 3 cars involved in the same accident is an automatic caution or endangerment of the field. So we saw a few of those. Driver coming off the hill, slams into the tire barrier. He's in the middle of the track or close to the racing groove. Can call a caution, and that keeps other drivers safe because they're able to slow the car down and not be coming at you at full speed is the idea. Also, caution classification, if someone quits or if someone gets 100% engine as a DNF and a caution. So quite a few opportunities for a caution in this race that we've seen gone uncalled, and ultimately the responsibility of the officials is to call and verify cautions. So if it wasn't called, it's because of the league officials did not feel it deemed necessary to call. So we stay green. And one of the benefits of staying green, you get a chance to see all types of fuel strategy. One of the disadvantages, though, is that the field gets spread out. You look at here, Rocket's got a 34.2 second lead. Unless he screws up horribly, or unless we get a caution, Rocket could very well take this thing to victory lane. So you do have that disadvantage, but keeping the race green allows for a lot more strategy, and obviously we'll see how the officials officialize the rest of this race. But those are the qualifications for a caution. Here's Back in Black. I was about to say Beloved, running a similar scheme in a way, but Black in 4th place, and I think he just pushed it just a little bit too far. I think for me, when I would have messed up that time and drove it off track or whatever, would have been a time I would have. Oh, we got a car. Oh, that's the 17. 17-0 into the wall. No damage though. Question, will that be a caution? The answer? Nope. No caution. Our fastest lap, best lap of the race has been 0 with a 54.564. Top speed of 183 for Bill, who was in here earlier. It's Coleman in 2nd. We're on lap 50. On board Black, we welcome you back to the Dr. Perky 100 here at Road Atlanta, your favorite knockoff Dr. Pepper. And this for pretty much all the marbles right here. Black has to stay with Zero, has to challenge him, and not let him have that position. Zero, on the other hand, is not playing nice. It's going to force Black to have to fight even heavier as they battle back and forth around this road course. You see Zero working hard, trying to get around Wilder. Oh no, that's Coleman, and hard into the wall. Both the chase contenders, and this is going to bring out a caution. This for sure is going to bring out a caution. A lot of damage to the three as Zero turned Black right in front of, or turned Coleman right in front of Black. And that's going to provide damage to both of these cars. Again, both chase contenders. And your caution is going to fly. Only the third caution of the race today. And so there is your caution right there. And this is going to change the culture of the race completely. 3 cars involved in a wreck, the 47, the 3, the 9. Caution. And wow, the 93 paces around the track. That was almost tragedy. You saw it right there live on your screen as we were on board the 9. It was just a situation where the 47, who legitimately had probably the faster car out of that group, tried to fit into a gap that wasn't there, and thus brought, caused a wreck that's going to bring out the caution, as they are kind of red flagged there at the mouth of pit road to try to allow these drivers sufficient time to get around so that they don't have to pace an extra time period, even though they won't have to. They're gonna red flag it right there. And you can imagine tempers, being flaring just a little bit. That's a serious kind of situation that could have happened there, and it's red flagged right now as the officials get the situation under control, and we talk about everything that's just happened. That was potentially dangerous. And of course, if you look at the laps, this will be under 10 to go. This changes everything. Expectation. Expect everyone to come down pit road for fresh tires and gas, so this eliminates the fuel strategy. Now it's the fastest car, or rather, the driver that survives. These drivers are going to be forcing the issue. Don't expect any more give. It's going to be all take. And of course, this causes or exemplifies the danger of coming down out of the final corner. These guys are going to be wide open. They're not going to be giving. It's not that time of the race. We could even go into overtime this race. I could definitely see that happening. This brings Zero back into the fold. Zero was giving Rocket a handful earlier on in this race. Obviously, they made some contact with walls and things. Zero kind of lost touch with Rocket. Now he's back. And then, of course, Coleman and Black have been around each other for most of the race. That's how they got in a wreck together. So now they're huddled there together. And, of course, both these chasers in striking distance of the checkered flag. Black needs it back, so expect them to be super aggressive. Records are checkers almost, and we'll see how that works out. Pit road's going to be open this time by. I expect everyone to come to pit road, and everyone does except for Zero. So Zero going to take the lead away from Rocket. He's the only driver that did not pit, and I think he was the latest driver to pit. which makes a lot of sense. Here comes Rocket and the group into pit road. And so the number 47 NOS machine again out front of the field. And we'll see how anyone else, you know, handles this. And I'm pretty sure Rocket may be one of those drivers to win the battle off of pit road. And if he is, we'll see, you know, just how this works out for him. And indeed, Rocket gonna start on the right-hand side, potentially of 0. Now the gloves are off. Here's Beloved to get his lap back. Coleman is gonna start 3rd. Black 4th. And then it looks like no, it looks like Wilder and Black. I'm gonna bring up the rear. So 4 legit cars for the final 4. Let's see how this works out for these drivers. It's the 3 and the 9 door banging hard. These two keep door banging. They're going to give birth to a 12 car. And so here we go. Coming up on only the 2nd restart in this race. I believe it's 2nd. I believe we only have 1 caution. This would be number 2. I think I said 3 earlier, but I think it's going to be number 2. It should have been a few cautions earlier on. But anyway, who cares? We're getting ready to go back racing. Greens in the air. We're back. And into turn 1 hard. Let's see who's aggressive and who's not. As we see the 3 diving in there. 3 wide. We see Black up front. Look at back at Black. Take the lead. 0 cutting through the grass. Oh, Black bottoms out on the rumble strip. That allows 0 to regain the lead. Rocket, Black side by side. Look at Coleman gonna try to squeeze in there down the hill. 0 takes the early lead in the 47. Rocket down to 3rd as he's behind back in Black. Coming into the S's. Look at Black hard through those S's, but he's got to get drive off. Drives it. Oh, he drives it off all right and into the dirt. Coming down the hill now. This is the most dangerous part. This could take out a lot of drivers. Everyone survives. Oh, something's wrong with Black. Black broke too early. Can he come right back at Rocket? As they cut the grass here. More grass cutting down the hill. 0 with a decisive lead. Coleman, something must have happened to Coleman as he is off the pace. He's got tranny damage, but no major damage here. Back up front. And back under caution. Caution flag flies again. Wilder DNF the car. He is out, and that's going to bring out the caution once again. Now it's our 3rd of the night, and it's going to come and bring us so much closer to that overtime limit there. 65 white flag, 66 checker. Pit road will be open this time by. What a battle we saw going on in the closing laps of this race. And this, of course, is going to undo the mistake that Coleman made. And is going to allow Black as well to stay caught up. All right, so pit road will be open this time. Let's see what these guys decide to do. This will allow Beloved to get yet another lap back. So he's working on getting him a good finish. We'll be right back for pit stops. We welcome you back. They are not going to open pit road. Quick caution as the laps wind down. They're going to go back. Green flag racing. We go down the hill here, and here we go. Green's back in the air. We're back racing. Rocket Zero have led them to the green. They're going to go 3 wide here. Black not able to keep up with them. They got a driver slow back there. I guarantee us Coleman again. Yeah, that's Coleman again. I think Coleman decided, hey, you know what? I'm just going to take it easy. I'm not even going to. In the meantime, these guys, there is no easy going on right now between these guys. Hard inside, through into the bus stop. All 3 of these guys running right there together. Headed down into that danger zone that is coming down off the hill here. Zero out of control. Almost hit the tire barrier. In the meantime, Rocket is going to take the right-hand side into turn 1. Rocket, new leader. The good thing about all of this, though, Black hanging around. This is exactly what he needs to do. Hang around and be in striking distance. Don't let these guys go. You got to be aggressive because something's going to happen. You want to be there to take advantage. These guys side by side again. Zero with the edge on that right-hand side as they drive down and into the bus stop. Zero gonna cut the grass. Door bangs with Rocket. They're side by side. Here's Black. Black's gonna try on the right-hand side to take the lead. He's gotta be aggressive here. He takes it from Rocket, so he's up to second. Rocket loses control. Regains it. He no hard, no foul. He doesn't hit the tire barrier. He loses a ton of speed though. So now it's Black's turn against Zero. Rocket's got a little time to keep up. 3 to go. Down the hill. Zero taking that right-hander, starting to pull away a little bit from Black. So Black's got to be super aggressive here in the braking zone to try to eliminate some of this distance that's been gained. Hard into the braking zone. Look at Black being aggressive. Staying right there with them. Rocket starting to catch up just a little bit. Down the hill, Black trying to add a little aggressiveness, make a mistake. 2 to go. Nose to tail, the 47 and the 9. As they enter exit turn 1, up the hill. Down the hill through the S's. Zero really breaks away in that period right there through the S's, coming down off that heel. But Black and Rocket have shown that they can make up distance coming up in these corners right here. So let's see if the dive bomb comes out, if he's close enough. Not close enough here. Zero starting to break away just a little bit. And now Black in danger of losing yet another spot as Zero prepares to take the white flag. Yes, he does. No more cautions. So So now Black is really going to have to be desperate here as he drops down to third. Rocket going to reassume second place. Can't lose any more positions if you're back in Black. In the meantime, Coleman going to survive in fourth place. Good day for him if he can get through the racetrack all the way around. Let's see what Black decides to do. At this point, records or checkers, he needs everything. Expect a huge dive bomb. In the meantime, Zero going to try to hold off both Rocket and Black to take his first win and his first race back. Through the bus stop for the final time. Unable to get it done is Black. Zero down the hill. And Zero is going to take the checker flag. Zero wins at Road Atlanta. Second place is going to go to Rocket. Third place is going to go back in Black. And they're still riding through this road course. I'm not going to tell him it's over. I think he knows now. I think they know now. Oh, man. What a great race that was. But one thing that this does is it definitely takes a lot of pressure off of Coleman, who was able to finish in the position that he was able to finish in, and it definitely helps with that situation. Let's do this. Let's invite Black into the race here. Or into the broadcast booth, I should say. As they make contact with each other. Back in Black. Who's back? And Black, man, be sure to include your audio, Sam Cook.
Yo.
Well, what a race, man. You gave it everything you had out there. You came up third. Your thoughts on the race?
Well, it is what it is. But it was good. But I thought we run off the first lap, so it would be 67 to be checkered.
So no, because the laps were 65 with 10 lap overtime. So when lap 65 came, that was white flag, and lap 66 was checkered. The 10 lap overtime would have pushed it to 75.
All right.
Yeah, but look, man, I mean,
yeah, I got my points back I needed, and plus the other two DNF and West quit, so it's down to me and if Coleman DNFs and I win the race, it's down to me and him.
Yeah, definitely. So, what do you think you could take away from this season to this point that's going to give you motivation for Yash Marina next week?
Keep focused and drive the car like I was doing here.
All right, good deal. Well, we'll get you out of here real quick. Who you got to thank?
ABR, we're back in the Final Four. And I think we're going to be the only two guys that'll finish this Final Four, so we'll probably win two, and we'll probably win the Team Points Championship out of it.
Yep, good deal. All right, man. We'll see you next week for the finale.
Yep.
All right, well, that was the Back in Black in the 9. You heard him. He's going to keep driving the car the way he has been doing. So, Zero burning it down, and while he does that, so is Rocket. That's funny. Okay. Here's Rocket, second place finisher. Be sure to include your audio, Rocket. So this is one of the rare times we didn't see you just, drive away from the field with a 260-second lead. What happened in this race, and what do you think about the overall outcome for you?
Well, when you don't enforce track limits, whoever's the best at obliterating through the grass is going to win. And Zero was just better at it, We had good, hard racing there, but he had more experience cutting through the grass where I'm used to running on pavement. Simple as that, Good. And then I would have won that thing, but, silly fake cautions that people like to cause, I'm a little bit sideways. Oh, field endangerment. So, just how it goes every week. We were close. We caught him right at the end, and then I guess what I was told was the end of the race, and what everyone else was told was a bit different, so we all were a bit confused at the end, but oh well.
Yeah, well, funny thing about the whole track limits thing, I didn't even think to say anything because I didn't remember what the layout was for this track as far as how much of the track you could eat up in the corners until I saw literally everybody cutting the corners, and I was like, oh, well, it's a little late now. I thought it was a lot more like
start because everyone was cutting and I didn't. I assumed we were enforcing some form of track limits, so I didn't realize where everyone was making time until I was right behind one of them, and I saw him fly through the grass. So then I started copying, and I was able to fight for the lead with him.
Yeah. Yeah, I was picturing the track. The layout is similar to Lime Rock in a lot of ways, and that's what I was picturing because Lime Rock doesn't give you a lot of opportunity to run off and cut.
Well, there's a lot of chicanes in this circuit that allow you to make cuts.
I see that now. I see that now. But you know what? One thing about racing, no matter what league you race in or where you race or whatever, is adapting to things around you on the fly in the middle of the race, whether it's tire wear, how leagues enforce their track limits, all sorts of things. And you have proven throughout your running here in BRL that whatever the circumstances are, you've been able to adapt to them and still be one of the best drivers in the league. So hats off to you for being able to compete and to be able to adapt, and that's what makes champions and drivers are those that are able to do that. So hats off to you, and a great finish, a great show that you and the driver of the 47 put on all race. So appreciate that.
Yep.
Who you got to thank, man?
The usual sponsors, everyone that ran the show. It was fun for a while. It just got a little bit hectic at the end.
Definitely, a track like this, you bunch everybody up, you can expect something to go down. We appreciate you showing up, and man, one more race left. The season finale at Yash Marina next week. So man, we appreciate you. All right, and that was the driver of the 93. Good second place finish. But we definitely have to talk to this guy right here. We've got to talk to this guy right here doing these donuts right now because, I mean, he comes out of nowhere, and I mean, just comes and just wins this race. Just comes and just wins the race. He's just like, yeah, I'll show up. I'll run it. Oh, by the way, I'll take that checker flag too. It's Zero. Welcome back, man. It's been a while. How do you feel, man?
I got an interview. I get to do an interview. Oh man, I'm ecstatic.
Man. Good deal. Take us through that race, man. That was an awesome race, and what a show that you and and Rocket were able to put forth most of the race, man, which we always appreciate. Just take us through that race for you.
Yeah, man, the race, we started out in the back because we haven't raced in a while, and rode around in the back, got to the front just a little bit. Well, I think it was like 5 or 6 laps, but yeah, we got to the front, and then we were just on a roll. We were on a rhythm, and then I think we had the first caution came out, and then me and Rocket really hooked up, and me and him were able to pull away from the field. We had that long green flag run, made our green flag pit stops together. And then after that, my race just felt like it fell apart. Like I felt like I messed up somewhere, and then everything just started like a domino effect of, man, hits the wall, missed corner, miss, all this, get damage, have to pit, you know. All that just correlates in, and then I'm just really proud of the team, how we were able to rebound after that, those little circumstances we had, you know, like that, let's flip a switch, you know, let's go win this race. You know, that late caution really helped us out. Sucks that Coleman and back and black wrecked in front of us, but yeah, we in the right place at the right time. We got fast at the end, and I was really confident in the car, and the car gripped up when it needed to grip up. It was ungripped when it didn't need to be gripped, and yeah, it was a great setup we had today.
Yeah, awesome, man. Well, season finale coming next week at Yash Marina. But in the meantime, definitely stole some points away from these chase drivers. And as usual, well, you know, you said you got an interview. You know, it's been a little while. So we'll get you out of here. Well, who you got to thank?
Oh, let's go. I want to thank Kroger, Nos, Geico. I want to thank you, Sam, for streaming this race tonight. I want to thank Ford for giving me a fast car all day. I want to thank everybody back at Laggy Horse for stuff back at the shop. Back in Florida, they did a really good job getting this car ready for this one-off tonight, and I'm really happy to be back for here for the time being. But yeah, I also want to thank Rocket. You know, he was there with me this whole race, and I think this really helped mine and his little rivalry we had going there. But I'm happy that's settled and put in the past, and I hope that we're able to continue with how we raced tonight, and that was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed it. Thank you again, Sam, for letting us hosting this great league. Thank you to all the admins. Yeah, appreciate it. Thank you.
Not a problem. That was the driver of the 47, and hats off to both of these drivers right here who, you know, were able to come in, and while they may not be battling for a championship, you couldn't tell it. But one thing you could tell for 95.8% of the race, as they passed and battled around each other, it was absolutely some of the best racing you could see, clean even in the bus stop. So it picked up when it needed to. Great racing all the way around, and we want to thank you guys for showing up and being a part of the series. Thank you very much. All right, so guys, what you just saw, what you just witnessed, BRL action, and we've got one more race. That's right, next week, tune in for the season finale at Yash Marina for the BRL Crowns a Champ 100. We will crown a champion. Will it be Coleman? Will Black perform a miracle? We'll see what happens next week. You don't want to miss it. Also, the battle for the top 16, that battle will be settled at Yash Marina as well. So you don't want to miss it. In the meantime, Twitch Monster 27 is preparing to sign off. This is Sam Cook. See you next week.